Yatta Beekeepers. A young couple transforms lives of farmers through beekeeping. Joanne Kinyanjui graduated from the University of Nairobi with a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Economics in 2014. Tony Mule, her husband, also graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science from the same institution. They both had a passion for agriculture.
I always say I have a passion for agriculture. So I loved the nature, animals, growing plants. When I started doing agricultural production, I was doing tomatoes and watermelons. And with time, I found that they were requiring a lot of my time. So I started researching on easier agricultural activities, and that's how I came across beekeeping. Before, I didn't know that there were modern ways of beekeeping. I just thought traditional ways, the ones you use the log hives on top of trees. So I felt like it was a challenge for me to start beekeeping in that kind of format. But then I found out modern ways of beekeeping are easy. You can actually have a hive at the level where you're standing. You can manage it, it's easy to manage the modern kind of Langstroth hive. So when I found that out, that's how I started beekeeping, and then I researched about it and I liked the idea.
Now confident about beekeeping as a business, Joanne and Tony registered a community-based organization, Yatta Beekeepers.
When we started selling the honey, we saw that the business is profitable. You can be able to make a living out of beekeeping. So we made the point of trying to tell other youth who are maybe looking for opportunities or job opportunities and have not maybe been successful. So we got 20 members from Yatta who are willing to join us. So that's how we started the CBO.
In their quest for beekeeping knowledge, Joanne was awarded a Michigan State University Fellowship through a partnership with her alma mater, the University of Nairobi, in April 2018.
So they took me to Michigan State University for 1.5 months to learn about beekeeping, to do an internship with a beekeeping farm there, to be able to grow from the knowledge I had, to work with an entomologist, to learn about bee psychology and all that. And all the information I gained was good to help me come and adopt it in my environment, because the environments were different, but the idea is the same. So I use the same knowledge to share with people who come for training and young people. Yeah.
As the beekeeping business grew, the couple quit their formal jobs to concentrate on the business.
So we continued with the vision and registered the company in 2018, May. So it's now a limited company. And now we contracted even more farmers. So now we have 100 farmers who we have trained, who work for us, who give us honey when they harvest. We sell beekeeping products or bee products. The first one is honey. Then there's beeswax. Then there are other byproducts that are rare, but they're also sold, like propolis and pollen, royal jelly, and venom, bee venom. So we also sell beekeeping equipment. So beekeeping equipment are beehives and harvesting and processing equipment.
The Eastern Africa Farmers Federation, EAFF, through generous support from the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, started a project dedicated to capacity gaps in terms of youth inclusion in agriculture, titled Scaling Up Rural Youth Access to Inclusive Financial Services for Entrepreneurship and Employment. The project focused on developing the necessary skills among young people, thus providing the necessary conditions for entrepreneurship and income generation, identifying and supporting innovative finance mechanisms, analyzing successful practices in detail with a view to scaling up, sharing the lessons learned with a wider audience, and finally, setting up a regional youth network.
So what I always remember to date is what they taught us about preparation of financial statements and how you should be able to calculate your unit costs if you're making profits. And that has helped me along the way, because they usually say you have to make sure your profit is a third. So whatever I'm selling, I have to make sure I do times a third. Even if it's the smallest thing, make sure it gives me at least a third of profit back. So they taught us a lot of things about financials and trying to manage that, and that was my biggest takeaway. Well, I remember they taught us a lot about marketing also, and how to make sure you reach the target market. Because like for my honey is really good quality, so I do sell it at a higher price lately. But I know the market I am targeting wants it. So I target the market I'm looking for that kind of honey. So to date, I've never had a marketing problem for honey. So always my honey is sold out. I'm looking for more honey to sell. So that's a good problem to have.
The problems that the EAFF Youth Project is trying to solve are access to financial services for youth, demystifying why youth should not be financially excluded, de-risking the youth enterprises through capacity building and strategic linkages.
Oh God, I love links. Call us to like meetings, what are they called? Workshops where you have many people. You know, the more you meet other people, even other entrepreneurs, even people, they don't even have to be young people, especially when the older ones who have started businesses and have succeeded. Every time you talk to a person, they'll always tell you something you never knew before, something that will help you move forward. So I like when I'm called to functions like EAFF. Recently, they took us to Kigali, so it was just a workshop for contractual farming. But taking you somewhere like that, you'll meet other contractual farmers or other like farmer federations, and they'll tell you how they do their things, and you'll even start trading together. So being able to expose you to the world is number one. Even if they just take you to a workshop somewhere or bring people together to talk to each other, that helps so much because you'll meet someone with some knowledge.
The main objective of the project is that financial support is available for rural youth to set up, scale up, and run profitable agribusiness enterprises.
In the next 10 years, I want to have shops and farms everywhere in Kenya. So like, it was the best place to set up a shop because it's near Nairobi, but we do want to have shops even along Nakuru, in Mombasa, in Kisumu, selling honey, even we were selling just directly, selling beehives, giving training, consultations, helping farmers be able to deliver good quality honey to the shops. So it's something we want to set up in every single county at least. At the very minimum, a shop in every county will help. And then of course, a farm in every county will also help. Most people don't believe this, but honey from different places tastes different. So you can be able to produce honey that is different from Yatta, from Kisumu, and produce different kinds, like say sunflower honey, mango honey, orange honey, like that. So you can, with all these different places, they'll produce different varieties of honey, and everyone will choose what they like. So it will be a really good way to scale up the business.
The training has empowered youth enterprises like Yatta Beekeepers, allowing them to set up and run profitable grant design document proposal, scaling up rural youth access to inclusive financial services for entrepreneurship and employment.
In the next 2 years, I see Yatta Beekeepers having a small mini factory, but with big equipment or machines that can be able to process beehives in a short period of time. And then I see us producing enough honey, so a lot of honey, so we'll need a processing unit whereby we are processing the honey in tons instead of just saving the hundreds of kilos that we get. And then we want to increase our farmers to 500. So 500 farmers means we have to train at least 5,000 new farmers in the next 2 years. And this is capital intensive, so we need to invest a lot of our money and time to get so many farmers. But these farmers are the ones that will be able to bring the honey back into the factory.